Hello everybody and welcome back. This is part 2 of my reaction to The Haunting of Bly Manor, season 1, episode 8. If you haven't watched the first part, you should go back and watch that one first, but we're just getting into this scene that we left off at, and it is Perdita killing her sister, and her sister's going to turn into a ghost and haunt her, probably. So let's just jump right back in.
The word had always been enough.
How could you even think about doing that? I know it's a TV show, but still.
They were married, as was becoming, with great privacy. Almost with secrecy.
I mean, we honestly been new that this was gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna turn out well for either of you, to be honest. I think you're both gonna die.
In hopes, as was waggishly remarked at the time, that perhaps the late Viola may not hear of it.
Oh, that's the one that she was scratching.
And her adopted daughter refused at every turn to see her as a mother.
I don't blame that little girl in the slightest. I feel like that's very weird as a child to have your aunt be... Oh! That portrait was messed up. Anyway, I just think it'd be weird for her as a child, so that makes sense to me.
She had long since ascertained that her sister's immense wardrobe had been sequestered for the benefit of her daughter on the 6th anniversary of Viola's death. Perdita had reached her limit.
She's gonna break into the chest.
We have this...
Or she's trying to convince him to open the chest and not give anything to the daughter. She's getting more and more sketch as this goes on, to be honest.
Solution above our heads. But what right had Violet to dispose of our future? What right had she to bind you to meanness and cruelty?
She's annoying me. She's bothering me right now. Maybe it's just because I had more sympathy for Kate Siegel's character because I love her. But she didn't know that that was going to be the situation. She was just like, I want to leave my things to my daughter. What's wrong with that? And he's standing by her, the promise that he made. I don't see anything wrong with it.
No more of this.
She's about to steal those keys, and she's about to wake her sister from the dead. This is a bad idea, Queen. I don't know why you're doing this. This is a very bad plan. Your sister's gonna come choke slam you and drag you into the river. I mean the lake. I do not like where this is going. Oh, we even knew. I knew that was something was gonna happen. Oh God. She did not look good. That is not a good look for you.
Dear listener.
She's like, looking fine, feeling fine. I'm alive, but I'm dead. She's like, what's going on? What the fuck's happening? My skin looks great. I look refreshed. I look hydrated.
She would walk.
How does she ever end up getting out of there? No!
She would sleep.
Just gonna keep doing a Groundhog Day.
She would wake. Waking. Walking.
I think we get it. We get it. We get it.
And in time, as we all do, she admitted all. One day the locks would see their keys, and one day Isabel would open her mother's trunk and claim her reward.
Oh, so, wait, what? So she was trapped in there until the trunk opened? Interesting.
An ocean of time. The moment finally came.
Yeah, but it wasn't Isabel. She saw who it was and she was like, strangling you. And then she got out. And then she was like, I'm gonna go swim in that lake. Time to go for a dip. This whole episode is this flashback. I'm like, where's Danny? What happened to her? Is she okay? What the fuck?
They would move away from here, sell the manor and find a quieter life, a smaller one. No matter if they couldn't see her, couldn't touch her, couldn't hear her. She'd be with them, and that was all that mattered.
She's in her little trunk in her genie bottle. She's a genie in a bottle, baby.
Whatever curse had claimed his second wife, he would not risk his daughter to its icy fingers.
Oh, she thinks she's going with them and they're gonna dump her in the lake. They're dumping that trunk. Oh. She's like, what?
This final insult of being cast to the swampy depths. The eldest of Willoughby's daughters, once Lady Lloyd of Bly, remains, some would whisper.
And then she
The poor of that
remained.
next world ignored.
She remained in Bly, and she started to lose her whole face. Wow, that was a great shot. That was like not so spooky because I know it's her. That's so sad. I can't believe they just dumped her in the lake. Perdita deserved what she got, by the way.
And on the daughter she believed, each time she woke, would be waiting for her there.
Oh my gosh. So, like, house people for the plague?
What are you doing in here?
I'm a ghost, bitch. I can do what I want.
You mustn't be in this wing without protection.
Oh my god. Anyone who's been choke slammed by this ghost right now is like, hasn't made it. And I'm scared for Danny's well-being.
As the plague doctor died, so he was immediately forgotten. Viola faintly noticed her own attempted exorcism. And alas, the poor vicar, the second person to find himself in Viola's path.
Oh
She would
man.
sleep.
What is the point of her killing all these people though? Like, does she want friends in the afterlife? Is she like gonna host a garden party? Like what? She's just that bitter about it?
Memories fade, and so true does the spirit.
And she's losing her face.
To time. Forgotten, as her memories left her. So
Oh
too.
god, that is a bad look.
She had only the faint notion that she'd walked this far, hoping to find a child. And here was a child. Must be the child whom she'd sought.
And she took him into the lake, and that's the little boy that Flora kept seeing.
She would sleep.
Oh, there he is. We're getting introduced to all the ghosts and where they came from. So this is what happens to the ghosts that don't, like, inhabit other people in Bly. Like, that's what Peter and Rebecca were afraid of happening to them. They just, like, forget all their memories and, like, lose their face.
A fate that befell all trapped at Bly. A fate that befell Viola's once sister, now forgotten in the attic. Unaware that she'd ever had a sister at all.
Oh my god, that one was her. That one was Perdita. The one where Flora was like, shh. I can't believe she saw them and was like, oh, it's not a big deal.
No hope for anyone with the sad misfortune to die on the grounds of Bly. No hope for the victims of Bly, be they victims of fate.
Oh my god, this literally cannot be how, like, this cannot. I'm so worried for Danny, you guys. I'm, like, so worried for her. Like, everybody's dying. What the fuck? No!
And no hope it would seem for the younger pair, who had finally stepped into the path of her own fate.
No! Oh my god, I need to. I can't believe the next episode is the finale. Like, what the fuck? She can't die. I'm so concerned for her. Guys, that was such a good episode. I'm like, okay, now everything that was also a really important episode for all the pieces to come together, and now we understand everything that's going on at Bly. We know who the lady in the lake is. We know why she's aggressive, to say the least. I'm so sad for their, like, sister relationship that got totally spoiled by illness and just by general bad personalities. Now it all makes sense though, and like now we get it. Now we understand why she's like dragging people into the lake. I guess we don't really understand why, but she's like, if you just like go into her path, like of her walking, then she just kills you. And also if you're unfortunate enough to die by being pushed down a well or by just drowning in the lake, then you'll also lose your face. So Rebecca's gonna lose her face and just become a ghost in Bly with no face. I can't believe the one in the attic that Flora saw was Perdita. That's crazy. That's such a good detail. I don't really have that much more to say about this episode other than I really enjoyed it, and I'm really scared for Danny's well-being because it really doesn't seem like anybody's gonna get out of that situation because everyone that Viola got her hands on fucking died. But I'm really eager to watch the next episode. I'm so excited to see the finale. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this reaction. Please follow me on Twitter, subscribe to this channel for more, and check out my Patreon, and I will see you guys back here for the finale of The Haunting of Bly Manor, episode 9.